Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another TLA Media video. If you're wondering what we're doing today, I figured I would take advantage of the actual warm weather for some, hopefully, paint matching. We will see. So right here, we got the King Fiber, sorry about the shadow, King Fiber rear bumper caps for the 2.5 bumper. And I had them black to match with the carbon skirts, which if you haven't seen how screwed up these are, hopefully I can fix these. We'll see. But I'm gonna be trying to paint match those and these. This is just a test run. This is some Napa paint match. He literally took my mirror cap and tried getting it as close to it as he could. Luckily, these are inexpensive parts. Or at least the paint, because of how small they are. But first, we're going to be sanding them. I don't really know where my lower grit is, so I'm just going to, try scuffing it so that the paint will stay. I also have 2K clear, like the really expensive, nice stuff, so I'm going to hope that stuff does the job too. But I'm going to get to sanding these, and then we'll get to paint, and hopefully later I can show you the process of fixing my lip currently. Alright, so I've sanded the white parts are just like, it usually happens on the edges. Try not to go that far, because if you can tell, it's a little bit tan right there, or right there. That's getting into the fiberglass. I would try not to do that unless, you know, you want to do like full repaint, because this is pretty rough. This is on the bottom, so I don't really care too much because it's gonna get chipped. Same with this, it's gonna get chipped a lot as long as it's white. See how scratched and scuffed the surface is. Some areas are more scuffed than others, but gonna want to try sanding it as even as possible. And then you're gonna want to primer it. These were already primered, and the dude, when I got the paint, didn't say anything about primer. I also don't want to mix the wrong chemicals and then absolutely burn through my like $30 a can paint, because triple stage is very expensive to do. And I mean, if it doesn't work out, I'll just send it to someone to get painted. But it was like $86, $89 to paint. It was expensive, so I'm gonna try doing it the best I can. I would recommend when you're sanding, having compressed air, or what's it called? Compressed or just like a wet rag or alcohol wipes to wipe down all the excess debris, so that you can sand faster and the process goes faster. That's the other one. That one I got pretty good. But I will go ahead and get started on painting. I don't have anyone to help me film, so I'll do what I can. Alright, so first coat's on. He said to go light, so you're going to be able to see the different spray lines. But he recommended going light just because you don't want to overspray, you don't want dripping. But what I usually do is I'll just go like this up and down. I'll try getting the lines as close as possible. As you can see, there will be overlap. I'm assuming normal. I don't paint for a profession, but I do this enough on my car to have a good idea of what works and what doesn't, or at least I hope I do. I would recommend wearing a mask, like a ventilated one. I don't remember what they're called, or even a COVID one. Any mask. If you have to just pull your shirt over your nose because you don't own a mask, that's fine. As long as you're not breathing in the crap that comes out of these cans. But I'm gonna let this sit for 5-10 minutes. Do another coat, another 5-10, do a third coat, 5-10 clear, and then probably do like 15-minute intervals for the clear. As far as clear, you want to do exactly what you do with this. Actually, no. From what I remember, you'll do a light coat, so it's like tacky for the rest of it to come on. And then, or at least what my dad does, is a heavy coat. Just making sure you don't get any dribbles in the clear. I don't know if you can see it on here. Yeah, you kind of can. I'd recommend correct sanding. So you'll do like 100, 200, 3, 4, all the way up to like 3,000 grit, just so it's nice and smooth. I'm not too worried. Again, this is just like a test. A test with expensive paint, yes, but a test to see if this paint's worth it for those side skirts, because those side skirts are the real big money of this project. So those are $1,000 for that set. Granted, these are very far from $1,000 now, as you can really see with this one. This one's all messed up. So, although these ones aren't worth $1,000, technically they used to be. Another bad damage. That's how low I am. Okay, so if you say my car's not low enough, sucks to suck. I'm not an air ride dog. I live in Colorado. I'm not doing it. But yeah. So we're gonna see how well the paint match turns out. And I mean, if I really want to do these correctly in the future, I will send them to a shop, because I want to do this and not that exact diffuser over here, not this exact one, because this one needs to be repaired. The gray is just to show all the damage, but I do want to get the diffuser properly painted, and then some other stuff. But yeah, we'll get back to it when this is good to go for clear. So before I do the clear coat, I mentioned the lips repair. So although yes, it's dirty, definitely that's clear bra. That, on the other hand, is not clear bra damage. But so I went into the ditch because of the deer. This entire thing was split, and while yes, I'm still missing like some resin, I need to fill all that in. It is back together, and it's not flapping, it's not held by tape, so that's good. I do need to fill in that area too. And then this entire line, I don't know if it's focusing well enough for you to see it. That was a split. That's what I'm currently working on. I'm currently bonding it together. All of that stuff right there, that gray stuff, that's just the tape. Same with that. That is damage. You can actually you can see the light through it, because right now it's just held with resin. Except for right there. That's a piece of carbon I added in for structural support, just because the corner was so messed up. But yeah, you get this thing cleaned up. Should probably stop dinging it on that. Cleaned up and fixed for next season. Honestly, I don't even know if I'm going to be competing in any shows, but we will see. So as far as the clear coat goes, got some 2K gloss clear coat, Napa. Hopefully this doesn't shut and make it really loud, because I did that earlier. These should be completely dry. You can honestly see the pearl a little bit, but the clear coat's going to make it better. At least it's supposed to. So, if it'll focus. Do all of this, okay? Follow the instructions. Do not skip on the instructions, or it will not come out good. Or at least if you're using this type of clear coat. There's other clear coats that aren't like this. They don't have a little like tab to insert on the bottom, but this is the good stuff. This can itself was like $39 for clear coat. And if you see right there. Once you activate it, it's only good for 48 hours. And it's to be used within 3 years of it being manufactured, which is a lot, so that's fine. But 48 hours is how long this can last once it's activated. So I'm gonna do the same thing I do with the paint as far as like technique of spraying, but we'll see how that goes. And maybe, just maybe, we'll get some extra carbon content from downstairs, because I've been slacking on extra carbon content. As you can see, we have some pieces. And I don't think I've shown these on video, but you can see all those divots. It's not complete. Need to fill those in, because there's also some weave sticking out. But yeah, got a nice little I think this is the driver door window control, but it's getting there. It's honestly, this was the first attempt on this one, so that one's coming out pretty good. I'm still new to this. And you can see radio bezel. You can see the weave coming out right there. This one's pretty close to done, or at least it's about as close as this one. Just need to add the last layer of resin. I kind of got lazy and never did it. I also don't have self-leveling, so it keeps doing that, which is getting really annoying. But yeah, some more pieces to come. Actually, I do have one finished one. I'm just gonna walk down here. This one you've probably seen before, just because the last video, or at least if I haven't talked about the piece yet, you saw it in the last video. But that is the fuse box cover. It's the only piece that I would say is 100% done. Came out quite nice. Stay out of the light. There are some like the lines from like when I laid it down onto it, but I mean, for making it myself, it came out pretty good. Looks super nice. Goes with the engine cover and the radiator cooling plate. But yeah, hopefully, I got the rear caps. I've started spraying clear coat on them, so sorry for all the walking, but do all the stuff outside of the garage in the back. Again, that's the lip. Just went over that. That, since I had a little free time in between coats, I started sanding the area where I need to fix. Fill that in later. Worry about that later. Those are still sitting there. But you can kind of see. I don't know if the camera's going to be able to pick it up, actually. Let's see if I can get some lighting. Look at that glitter. They're away now. No going back now. But yeah, they are in the process of getting clear coated. Obviously, they're not done. On my second coat. So we'll see how these turn out. I'm hoping the paint match is good. Either way, there's gonna have to sit for like at least a day while the clear coat cures, because last coat ends up taking 24 hours. But next, I don't honestly even know if these are savable, but I will be taking off the clear bra on the skirts and sanding them. So I'm gonna hope that I can save it, because if I can't, yeah, that hurts. If I can't save these, it's another $1,000 I have to spend. But I don't know if this was in the last video either, because this is also a recent thing. I may or may not have bought the Sabon vented hood and the Sabon hatch. So I do have a carbon hood and carbon hatch coming for next year. I'm hoping they get here sooner than later, but either way, they'll be getting stored. And you're gonna hate me, On the vents, I want to, or on the hood, I want to paint match most of the hood, but leave the vents exposed. Then on the hatch, I want to paint most of it except for like the license plate frame area, and then maybe behind the badge. But I don't know, so we'll see. Let's get here. I will have to pay someone to install the glass. I've heard that's like $400. So as a cost, clear coat, or not clear coat, clear bra after paint, or just clear brawing and leaving them exposed for a little bit. I don't know. Ooh, actually, you can see the glitter on this one pretty well too. All right, there. Anywho, that's probably going to be honestly the end of the video. I might be making another one installing some bucket seats into my buddy's car. So as we find ourselves in winter and I don't have anything else to do other than work on little projects like this, guess what? More content. So without further ado, have a good day. It has been another glorious, hopefully, DLA Media video. I'm going to try posting more regularly. So goodbye.